Hi there, we are on Google Cloud. Now we're creating a cluster that we're going to connect with the instance. Just preparing something here. Going to create a database. The rest of my code can create once it just run by the Spring Boot default initialization mode. Let's create a database. But by the way, marketplace. Yeah, perfect name, correct. Add a user account. Oh, James. Just gonna check something here where I have put in the paths on the config map, which I can choose later, but not as in a secret. Yeah, this is my secret, how I generate it. Perfect. So, by the way, there's a 5 missing. Below any host. Okay, let's add it. And now I'm going to do a pretty simple process. I'm going to start building the Docker image. By the way, first thing, there's an A missing. Command to run the shell to connect into the cluster. By the way, you're going to be connecting using, second overview. We're going to be using the private IP instead of a socket. Here you can execute kubectl commands. It's not what we can do in a while. Let's start with the Docker. Now we get into create the image. It's called slash. So lovely when it doesn't open. Okay, inventory. So I have to change this to deploy. I guess all your files contains the okay, perfect. I have to change the IP. Alright, it's already defined the IP. So create a cluster, okay. Let's push to our container registry. Let's get into configuration. Since I enabled Istio, you can see a lot of things. Let's leave as default. Okay. Create all secrets. Let's create config maps. Let's create the services. I'm going to create the virtual service now. And the gateway. Okay. Let's quickly check something here. I'm gonna use those things inside the deployment, inside the pod. Okay, that's perfect. Okay. Create inventory. Here it doesn't show the Istio stuff. There's no workload yet. Let's go to services. Why? The services are exposed. What we do now, I want it should work. Just trying to start. I want there's gonna be one shot. I trust what I have done, so let's be refreshing this upstream. Everything over is to, oh, here we go. So, nearly done. So that's how simple is to run. Try out. I want to put in a fucking pagination. Okay. This is the answer. So if you run this, it's not the same. There's the issue of it's not a perfect URL, but I need to do a find out, but by the way, because okay, and it does inventory. Put some slash. 500. SQL grammar reception. We'll check that. Here we go. Because I was trying to find by ID as inventory. Okay, I'll put find by ID. It's empty. has inserted it. Probably failed. Let me check the. There is issue over the URL. But by the way, the service is exposed. There's no the way you could call everything by Swagger. By the way, let's check. Let's check the database now. It's connected already. The issue thing is it's exposed over the EC2. Okay. This is exposed over this gateway. This Ingress gateway. There's a service, a virtual service. It's like, let's run this command. This is the inventory. Okay, so my workload is deployed. My workload is this guy here. Inventory. It's a cluster IP that's exposed over this virtual service. So everything that goes before that puts the inventory before. Is the prefix of this proxy of this service. To explain easily. So inventory, if I go easily run this on local machine, is gonna, without inventory, does the Swagger thing. So inventory puts inventory after. So here is getting all. Let's put one here. What's gonna do? Doesn't find the page. I will understand the URLs here, but in case it would be inventory by ID. This does a proxy thing. The thing is, I will change this virtual service not having the same name. So we could call with the different URL without doing some mismatch. So it would be, for example, proxy stuff after inventory, but it's inventory. So that doesn't make sense. Though that's why it gets 500. It's trying to do some select by ID or something, but it's just a matter of changing the virtual servicing. I can also change this inventory after I change. That's more important to show what I did. We are connecting via the private IP address. Come in here. Simple way to connect. Host name. Host name, radius name, etc., etc. Those things I like to be executed. Perfect, simple. The same thing, the same way you can run in local machine, you can run over here. And the other cool stuff that I'll share later, you can connect also using this guy here, the connection name. But in the case you would be using the socket factory. That we'll try to do in the next video using another product, not this. But anyway, thanks for watching. It's pretty simple how to connect by private IP. Since we are the cluster in the same virtual private cloud, VPC. This guy here is over. This and the network is default network. Since they are in a different network, you should do the CloudSQL proxy. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.